A look at the Bulls starting lineup. Okoro out there with Buzelis. Then it's Josh Giddey. Then it's Jalen Smith. And it's Jones in at the point guard. And for the Celtics, Pritchard and White are they're gone. Here we go. Sam Hauser is out there with Jaylen Brown. And it's Vucevic in at the 5 spot. Well, no doubt these players, GA, are eager to get this season going.
Listen, there's definitely some nerves, but it's mainly excitement. This is their first chance to showcase all the hard work they put in during the offseason.
Now here's Brown. Pass to Pritchard. It's Brown on the wing. Covered by Okoro. And it's Vucevic missing. And it's Giddey with the ball for the Bulls. Their last encounter was in Chicago.
Yeah, a really close game between these two in that last matchup. It took a total team effort for them to get the win.
Yeah, I don't think they win without the productivity they got from their bench. That made the difference.
And so it's the Bulls getting on the board first. Vucevic gets double-teamed. White finds Hauser. And a miss there on the triple.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Pass to Buzelis. Bulls moving the ball around. Back to Giddey. Smith with a screen on White. Giddey, and the 3-ball is good.
Boy, Giddey, if he becomes a knockdown 3-point shooter, you will not be able to guard this guy.
Pritchard feeling it out a bit. White the pass to Vucevic. Vucevic setting the pick for Brown. Shot clock at 6. Trains the 3-pointer.
Jaylen Brown with the immediate answer from 3-point territory. Yes, sir.
Jones the pass to Smith. Back to Jones. Giddey against White. Smith for 3. And that comes off the assist by Giddey.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that 3-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Now, here's Vucevic. 11 points for him in that last game against New York. Austin needs to get off a shot. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot.
Boy, they're slow to get it going here tonight. Just 1 for 4 to start.
And here is Giddey. Smith outside. A 3-pointer, no good.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
And Boston certainly has some of the most knowledgeable sports fans, Doris, in the country.
Kevin, not only knowledgeable, but passionate. And when you think over the 4 major sports in the city and the tradition of success, it is no wonder they are so committed.
Now here's Giddey. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
That's outstanding footwork by Josh Giddey. Finishing the painted area. I can do that too.
Brown with the bounce pass. White hits the 3-point bomb.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Giddey against White. Giddey kicks to Smith. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Jones against Brown. Fires the 3. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
His first make, and, maybe that will get him going.
And it's Jones with the ball for the Chicago Bulls. Pass to Giddey. Over White. Giddey, no good.
Listen, that's a good shot for him. He just couldn't connect.
Brown kicks to Vucevic. Over in the corner, Pritchard. Goes back up. Hauser the pass to Brown. White, wide open. He fires. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Brown's got his 3rd assist on the night. For Chicago, they've gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8. And Billy Donovan wants a timeout. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. Musician Jack Harlow in the building, showing his love for his Celtics.
Well, his support seems to be serving them well, right? The way the Celtics have been playing, I'm sure Jack Harlow is having a nice night thus far.
Looking to end the run, and there's Buzelis on the assist from Okoro.
Oh, smart pass there, setting up Buzelis in a position to cash in.
Brown feeling out a bit. Brown jams it in!
This guy, one of the most elite athletes in the game, Jaylen Brown, finishes beautifully.
What a great look here at this tremendous move from our AT&T Connected Cam point of view. Bulls have gone 5 of 9 from the field here in the first. Okoro passes to Giddey. Back to Okoro. Pass to Giddey. Clock at 6. Jones for 3. And it's Derek White with the rebound. The Celtics with the lead. Down it goes for his third basket in as many tries.
That's just a smooth, tight handle right there by Derek White. This guy an offensive force.
Smith outside. This one for 3. Drains it from beyond the arc. Smith's got a couple of threes now in the first with the Bulls.
And offensively right now, each team getting what it wants.
Yeah, this is already a high-scoring game, but we knew that was a possibility coming into this one.
The Bulls have gotten 6 of 11 shots to go down so far. Pretty nice shooting. When it comes to Jaylen Brown, Greg, what qualities does he add to a team?
Well, I love how active and physical he is. He poses such a difficult challenge on both sides of the ball. With a Finals MVP award to his credit, you know he's as mentally tough as anyone in our league.
White down low. Giddey defending. White, good. White's got 10 points.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Smith with a screen on Pritchard. Smith outside, takes the 3. It's hauled in by Brown. And so Brown will bring it up for the Boston Celtics. Pass to Vucevic. The 10-footer. No good off the back of the rim.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
White against Giddey. Smith for 3. And it's White with the rebound.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
And again, no good by Chicago.
I'll tell you, that's one he typically will make. The defense gets away with one.
Here's Brown, and he drops in the layup off the glass. 7 points for Jaylen Brown.
Well, that's where you use your athleticism and agility if you're Jaylen Brown, navigating to a high percentage look.
And Billy Donovan wants a timeout. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. Nick Richards, he's checked in for Chicago. Sexton comes in for Jones. Now, Buzelis. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Denver.
And you know, guys, the other thing I really appreciated about his effort in that game was the effort and work on the glass. What a well-rounded performance.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Brown inside the line. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Inside. And that's good from Sexton on the assist by Buzelis. Sexton's got it all tied up now for the Bulls. Boston's gotten a lot of shots off from three-point land in the first quarter, but they're only 4 of 9. Celtics passing it around. Shireman can't hit. And Chicago shooting 47% here so far. And the dunk by Smith.
Jalen Smith taking flight. Get up, young fella.
Austin with the ball. Pass to Shireman. There's Brown with the 3. Hands it from downtown. Brown's got 10. Guys back and forth this first half.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
And Greg, while they need more star talent, the Bulls have had only one top 5 pick in the last 17 seasons.
Yeah, it's like being on the treadmill of mediocrity, right? When that's the case, you've got to outperform your draft position. They've had some good picks in that time, but really no all-star.
And Boston has possession after the Bulls pick up 2. Brown. Buzelis grabs the board. Sexton deciding where to go with it. Over Pritchard. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. And now it's a 3-point Bulls lead.
Well, speed is such an important weapon for Colin Sexton, and he gets to the mid-range game. Nice.
Now here's Vucevic, defended by Richards.
The numbers now for Nikola Vucevic. He's coming off an excellent season. Averaged about 18 points a game last season. 10 rebounds and 3 assists. And he gives them a nice rotation on the front court. He is a quality reserve.
Well, the one thing you can't teach is size. He's not as developed skill-wise as some guys, but certainly a valuable backup for this team.
Looking at who's out there now for the Celtics. Cade is checked in, and it's Gonzalez in for Jaylen Brown. Back to Simons. 6 on the shot clock. Rebounded by the Celtics. 30 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Here's Shireman, covered by Simons. Pass to Walsh. It's up a three. The rebound by Ivy. Here's Simons. Ivy with the bucket. And the Bulls lead by 5.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
And so the first quarter is in the books. Bulls out front, leading by 5. The second quarter coming up right after this break, so don't go anywhere. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far, halfway through the first half in this one. And taking a look at Chicago's performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
Playing inside out in that first quarter led to some high percentage shots in the paint.
It is great when you can get that established early, because to me it opens up every other aspect of your game.
And it's Queta in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's who's in the game for the Celtics. And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thank you, guys. The Celtics understand that they'll be tested. Jaylen Brown said growth is a journey with ups and downs. You have to stay with it. Can't complain. Don't let it break your spirit. We've just got to keep building the right habits, keep being versatile, and keep learning from these experiences. Back to you, Kevin.
Always looking to get better. Thank you, Allie.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Pass to Richards. Here's Simons. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Here's Queta. He's guarded by Williams. And the foul on Patrick Williams. That's his first foul.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Harper, he's checked in for Boston. Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. And again, Boston with the triple.
Not too much respect shown to him by the defenders.
And Simons has got the ball here for the Chicago Bulls. And he drives in, and the slam dunk by Simons.
Strong take by Simons. I'll tell you what, he's really added some strength over the years.
Pass to Shireman from 15 feet away. The rebound by Richards. The Bulls leading by 3. Now, here's Ivy. He's coming off a 10-point game against Denver. Outside, Sexton. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Good on the bucket. Sexton's got 6.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Here's Queta. Still yet to score. Right wing. Celtics passing it around. And here's Harper from the arc. It's hauled in by the Bulls. So it's off to Brooklyn after this game as they have the Nets to look forward to. That matchup falls in the middle game of this 3-game trip. And that one, good.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
And before his untimely injury, Jaden Ivey, Greg, was blossoming in his 3rd season.
Yeah, his shooting touch showed tremendous improvement. Great to see him back on the court, and still plenty of time to deliver on his potential.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Here's Shireman. It's good.
Textbook, nice pass, great catch, even better finish.
The Bulls leading by 5. Ivy with it. Pass to Sexton. Back to Ivy. Shoots over Harper. The shot by Ivy, no good. For Boston, they come into this one following a loss to New York. Outside, Gonzalez. Here's Walsh. He's guarded by Williams. Here's Walsh. Pass to Shireman. Now Gonzalez. Drills it from outside. Now just a 2-point Bulls lead.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
Now here's Sexton. And Simons has it in the corner. And the Bulls with another miss.
Well, he wanted to return the favor there for that last three, but it just wasn't in the cards.
Outside Gonzalez. There's a screen. Takes a three. And the Celtics another three.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooter.
To the inside. Here's Richards. And down it goes. Jamming that one home. Guys, 7 times the lead has changed hands here now.
Yeah, and that number should easily top double figures before it's over.
Chicago shooting their first free throw of the game right now.
And last season, when they got themselves to the line, they usually came through as a team up around 81%.
And the Bulls making a change here. Jalen Smith, he's checked in for Patrick Williams. Okoro comes in for Jaden Ivey. Josh Giddey's checked in for Anthony Simons. And Jones subbed in for Colin Sexton. And GA, you know, some people argue that defense has declined in recent years. Would you agree?
I think mostly it's just harder to defend in today's game. You have to cover so much more ground, and with the lack of physicality, it just makes it more challenging.
Now here's Giddey. 7 points in the game. Okoro kicks to Giddey. Pass to Richards. Now Giddey. Light covering. The Bulls need to get a shot off here. Got that bucket. Okoro's got his first basket.
Defense going to live with that one. Okoro just making a tough contested shot.
And here is Brown. 26 points for him last game against New York. Outside, White. From past the arc. It's rebounded by Giddey.
Now, how about this? He cannot find his rhythm in this period. This has been tough sledding.
Nice shot by Smith.
That's what you call playing with passion and getting after it, Jalen Smith.
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. He's checked in for Gonzalez. And a change for the Bulls. Buzelis is checked in. Giddey against White. Pass to Pritchard. Off target from outside.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
And Doris, a measured pace for the Celtics. Don't rush, don't turn it over, and then they get what they want.
Well, this is Joe Mazzulla's philosophy in a nutshell. Quality offense begins with taking care of the basketball first. He believes in the math, meaning he believes if you can get a good look at three, you take it.
Jones against Pritchard. And the basket by Jones.
They ran that set to perfection and got a terrific look out of it.
Celtics trail by 5. Outside, White. No good on the three. And it's Jones with the ball for Chicago. Now, Giddey. 7 points in the game.
Boy, they've done a good job overcoming his offensive struggles. He's got to be very thankful for his teammates.
Brown. It's rebounded by Giddey. Giddey's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. Jones in the post. He's covered by Pritchard. 6 to shoot. Here's Giddey. And that's basket number 4. He's taken 9 shots to this point.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Brown outside. The three. And the shot is good. The Chicago lead has been cut down to just 4 points with a bucket from White.
Boy, this guy doing his job spacing the floor. He had 2 triples in the first, and he just gets his 3rd to go.
Out to Smith. Pass to Giddey. In the corner, Okoro with it. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Celtics have gone 7 of 16, shooting just under 50% here in the second quarter.
Boy, after dropping 2 triples in the first quarter, he hasn't hit another yet.
And taken away by Brown. It's White on the wing. Offline with his 3. The Bulls leading by 4. Smith with a screen on Pritchard. Wasted no time on that one. Jones has got 5 now.
The D just sagged off just enough and no hesitation on his part.
They set the pick. Brown outside. It's all in by the Bulls.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Okoro shot is off. Boston shooting a pretty cool 37% from the floor in the second. Not what they're looking for. Pritchard with the ball. Hasn't made one yet. Vucevic dishes to White. Over Jones. That is good. And the Bulls' lead is cut down now to just 5 on the bucket from White.
Well, he is asked to do so many different things for whatever team he's on, but Derek White right now, aggressive hunting his shots.
Now here's Giddey. 9 points in the game so far. Here's Buzelis. Rebound, Boston. Vucevic has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Now here's Brown. He's tightly guarded. The shot's good. Now it's just a 3-point Bulls lead.
Well, at 6'7", this is a forward Jaylen Brown who handles it well, cuts his way right through the defense.
Back to Jones. Pass to Smith. From downtown. The rebound by the Celtics. Brown's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's Pritchard. Jacks up a 3. Buzelis grabs the board. Buzelis has got his 4th rebound in this one. To Hauser. Out to White. From the arc. The shot's good on the assist by Vucevic. Vucevic has got 3 assists in the game. Now here's Giddey. There's the triple. He can't get that one. Derek White has been on display for Boston. He ends up dropping in 2 from distance, making a difference from long range in this one. Now let's check in with Allie LaForce on the sideline. What do you have for us, Allie?
Jalen, a strong defensive effort thus far. What do you guys need to improve on in the second half?
To be honest, it could be a little better. We could all be a little better, especially me. Made a little bit of mistakes in the first half, so second half we got to clean it up.
You set the bar high, guys.
Terrific, Allie. Thank you. And we'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
Hello and welcome. Before we take a look at the action from the first half, a brief overview of some upcoming games.
Taking a look here now at Boston, I've hung with these guys in the offseason. They're better than people think, but they've still got to prove it.
Yeah, high hopes for them and for their fans as well. And now let's talk about Derek White. Huge production tonight, and we're only halfway through this one.
And what he did to those defenders, you know they're in the locker room right now discussing ways to keep the ball out of his hands.
That may be the only way to stop him because even against doubles, he's been accurate. That'll do it for our show tonight. Thanks for joining us, and we'll send you back to Kevin Harlan for more Hoops action.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. You know, Derek White has been exceptional here, guys.
And if he can keep shooting from deep like he did in the first half, he's going to be more than a handful.
What I love is they've continued to feed this guy, ride the hot hand until the defense does something about it.
Here's Brown. And on the floor for Billy Donovan as we get into the second half. Buzelis out there with the curl. And it's Smith. Then it's Trey Jones. And it's Giddey in at the shooting guard position. Greg, we have another up-and-comer from down under, Josh Giddey.
I mean, a lot of young talent coming to the NBA by way of Australia. A great skill development program showing in Giddey, who stands 6'8", but plays like a small point guard.
Now, here's Brown. A miss that time. Would have put him up. Brown's gone 5 of 13 from the floor. That's below 40%. Giddey kicks to Jones. And Pritchard pulls it down.
Boy, I'd like to see him finish that play with more authority.
And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. Here's Brown. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. Brown's got the first bucket of the third here for Boston. Smith with a screen on Pritchard. Here's Jones. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. And Greg, the Bulls have said they're leaning towards building with depth, saying that star teams are more vulnerable to injury.
Well, they don't yet have a bona fide big-time star on this roster, so if you ask me, that might be a case of sour grapes.
The first one falls. And so Jones nails both of them.
Well, this is what we've come to expect from him, right? Excellence at the foul line.
Brown outside. Now Pritchard. Still scoreless. Pass to Vucevic. No good with the triple.
Boy, what a frustrating, sluggish start to this half. Brutal.
Now Buzelis. And here's Jones. Here's Giddey. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in.
Third straight miss to start the half. Ouch.
Over in the corner, White buries the long-range jumper. White's got 21 in the game.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
And Billy Donovan wants a timeout. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. Just a quick look now at how the point totals have looked over the last several months for him.
And it's really been a nice trend for him over these last several months. He's been steadily improving in terms of his scoring output. That extra production making him more valuable the further we get along in this season.
Outside, Jones. Pass to Okoro. Smith against Vucevic. Giddey. And again, Chicago. No good. Celtics leading by 3. Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
Hey, Kevin. Jaylen Brown is rounding out his game in all facets. He said, I've definitely worked on my playmaking, just being able to see the floor, making great reads, creating for my teammates, and putting pressure on the defense. Back over to you guys.
Allie LaForce with the report. Hey, Allie, thanks. Here's Jones following the basket by Jaylen Brown. And again, Chicago. No good.
This ugly start to the second half. They're still scoreless in their first 5 attempts. Loving the energy right now here in the third quarter as they try to take control of this game.
You know, possessions like that will help them feel good going into that final quarter.
Now, here's Okoro. Back to Giddey. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. Smith sets the pick for Jones. And nothing is falling for him right now. The Celtics have gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. A shot by Pritchard, no good. Bulls trail by 7. Jones looking for an opening. Pass to Buzelis. And the 3 off target. And so Brown will bring it up for the Celtics. They've only allowed 2 points so far here in the second half. Out to the wing. 3-pointer. Buzelis grabs the board. Buzelis has got his 7th rebound here tonight. There's a good screen. The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
We know Jalen Smith wants to be around that offensive window. You've got to check this guy out.
Pass to Pritchard. Back to Brown. Now here's Vucevic. Out to White for the 3. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Buzelis has got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Jones finds Giddey. Smith outside. Jones for three. Rebounded by Hauser. Celtics leading by 5. Three-pointer, Pritchard. It's rebounded by Giddey. Giddey's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Okoro shot is off. Diversified scoring in this one for him.
I love when everyone can get involved, a full team effort.
Here's Pritchard. Nothing on the board.
Derek White does a little bit of absolutely everything for this team, and what I love the most, his ability to pass it at a high level.
Bulls trail by 8. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And Billy Donovan wants a timeout. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. Celtics making a switch here. Walsh is checked in. And a change for the Bulls. Colin Sexton, he's checked in for Josh Giddey. Here's Buzelis. Hauser defending. Jones the pass to Okoro. Here's Smith. It's good, and it's his 6th make against 11 attempts.
When Jalen Smith puts it all together, this guy can be special. We're getting a glimpse of that right now.
Pritchard passes to White. Down low. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Here's the 2K leaderboard with last season's best free throw shooting teams. The Bulls 3rd.
Yeah, knocking down free throws was a real specialty for them last year.
Bulls trail by 6. Outside, Jones. And the layup's good off the glass. Jones has got 9 points.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
The Celtics working the ball around now. A 3-ball. And again, it's Boston with the 3.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triples.
Okoro kicks to Jones. And they come right back with their own 3-pointer. Jones has got 7 points for the quarter. Outside, White. Rebound by the Bulls. And here is Okoro. Sexton for 3. Here's Smith. And that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
Boy, that's a high percentage look by Jalen Smith. Exactly what you want your big man to create.
Pritchard passes to Hauser. Pass to White from outside the arc. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Buzelis has got 9 rebounds now tonight. And a guy who has a quick release and has distance to his shots. Derek Whitehorse converts his chances.
You know what, Kev? There's so many things to love about Derek White. He's arguably the greatest shot blocking guard in the league. He has a knack for making big shots, and the thing that maybe is most impressive is he gets past grenades at the end of the shot clock and has the temperament to stand in and deliver.
Boston making a switch here. Cade is checked in. Nick Richards, he's checked in for the Bulls. Here's Jones, 12 points for him. For the tie, and he lays it up and in. Jones has got the game tied up here for Chicago.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
Pass to Walsh. Here's White. Here's the three. Drills the three-pointer. White's got two now from beyond the arc in the third for the Celtics. Now Buzelis shoots over Hauser, and there's Buzelis on the assist by Jones.
And you gotta like watching Buzelis break down the defense, just taking what they give him.
Back to Pritchard. Off target from three-point range. And Chicago shooting pretty well at 46% from the floor. For the lead, Okoro's shot is off. The Celtics shooting for the game at 42%. Pass to Pritchard. Now Hauser. Out left to the wing. There's the three. Buzelis grabs the board. Chicago trailing here. Okoro with it. To the paint. Kicks it out to Jones. 5 on the clock. Richards no good. The Celtics shooting 37% so far in the third quarter, and they're not satisfied with this lack of offensive execution. And it's Hauser in the corner. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Hauser's got 10 points.
Another reason why they're up, just taking what the defense giving him here.
Jones, the pass to Richards. To the left wing. Outside, Jones launches it. That's no good. He is 5 of 11 shooting from the field for the game. Here's White, and he uses the glass on the layup. And it's a 6-point Celtic lead.
Well, how about that drive by Derek White? This guy has so much to his game.
Pass to Okoro. Back to Jones. Now Richards. And there's a nice one-handed slam.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Now here's White. He's got 26. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Pritchard with a wide-open look. And it's off from three-point range.
And it's just one of those days, guys. He has just struggled to shoot the basketball.
Nailed from three-point land. Now just a 1-point Celtic lead from deep three-point territory. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. Derek White has been on display for the Boston Celtics. He's up to 26 points in the game now, just keeps pouring in the buckets. We'll get right back to the action when we return. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
It's just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
We call that putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. They've got Jaylen Brown, and it's Queta in at the 5. That's the Boston 5. Now, here's Ivy. To take the lead. The rebound by Queta. Queta's got 5 rebounds tonight. To the middle. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
And look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Celtics.
Well, I've been impressed with the ball movement all game long. They're really looking to just make that extra pass.
Boy, the long ball has been another point of emphasis for this group tonight. Their shooters are finding open spaces and firing without hesitation.
And he makes the first. He hits both from the stripe. Bulls trail by 3. Here's Sexton. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Well, Colin Sexton-Dors provides a valuable scoring punch for this team.
Boy, you want to talk about a gritty defender and a guy who's willing to mix it up on both sides. There's a confidence and a toughness that you love with Colin Sexton.
Free throw good, Sexton. Defenders going at Colin Sexton should be mindful of his prowess in the paint, Greg. He's pretty tricky.
That's right, Kevin. We tend to think of guards like Sexton as perimeter pests, but Collins a real plus when he's in close. Let him slip by you, and it's a deuce.
When I think about Colin Sexton, the first couple things that come to mind, speed and confidence. It is what makes him such a good scorer.
Now, here's Brown. Lets it go from deep. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Giddey's got double-digit rebounds now in the game.
After hitting a couple of threes in the first half, he hasn't had much going from distance.
Here's Shireman. Pass to Walsh. Here's Queta, defended by Richards. Brown. Sweet touch inside from Brown.
And the D not really doing its job there. A little slow to react to the ball getting into the paint.
Here's Giddey. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Third personal foul. Second team foul. At the line for the Bulls, Nick Richards. 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He's off on the first. Simons, he's checked in for Sexton. And the second free throw, good.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down.
Ivy against Brown. Over Ivy. That doesn't go either for Brown. Chicago trailing here. Now, here's Simons. To tie it up. He takes it up and lays it in.
Oh, gritty inside. Simons amongst the big bodies.
And so Brown will bring it up for Boston. Pass to Gonzalez. Here's Walsh. Queta controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Celtics lead by 2.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Outside, Simons. Six on the shot clock. Again, Chicago.
And good work from the mid-range. Simons doesn't need a lot of wiggle room to feel comfortable.
And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. He's not taking any chances and wants to huddle him up right away.
To the floor right now, it's Celtics Entertainment.
Vucevic checked in for the Celtics. And Chicago also making a switch. Smith has checked in. And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
During that last break, I heard Joe Mazzulla as he talked with the team. He pleaded with his guys to keep their emotions in check, saying, "You're battling right now. Continue to play smart. Don't try to be a hero out there. Play for one another." Guys, let's see what happens.
We appreciate it, Allie. Thank you. For Chicago, they've gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Boston's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter.
Great job on the glass. Bodies down low, needing to fight for position. That's perfect.
Pass to Giddey to take the lead. Buries it from 3-point range. And now a 3-point Chicago lead.
A good look there, and he didn't waste it. His second 3 of the game.
Gonzalez into the lane. Good. Bulls have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the 4th quarter. Here's Richards. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Yeah, he earned that one. I mean, taking the hit and still able to get that one to go down.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Bulls.
You love how they've lived in the paint, making the defense just consistently have to collapse and still finding ways to convert.
I think another thing that's striking here tonight, the ball movement is incredible. Again and again, they're making smart passes to ready shooters.
And they're doing a better job of working themselves to the line here in the second half.
Now, Vucevic. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Walsh. This ball movement by Boston. And it's Vucevic missing. The Bulls leading by 4. Ivy on the wing. And that comes off the assist by Giddey. Giddey's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Outside Gonzalez. Fires from the wing. Rebound by Smith. Smith's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game.
Solid rebound there. And with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Pass to Brown. Here's Walsh. Outside Gonzalez. Brown against Ivy. Off the run. Busted. No good that time either. And it's Giddey with the ball for the Chicago Bulls. They lead by their biggest margin of the game, 9. And it's Simon's missing.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Vucevic is screen on Simon. Here's Brown. Lays it in without an inch of room around him. Brown's got 20 points.
You see Jaylen Brown, he has the kind of verticality, athleticism necessary to make tough shots inside.
Here's Simon. And it's Chicago scoring again.
And since halftime, he has been a different player.
Outside Gonzalez. Pass to Brown from deep. That doesn't go either for Brown.
And maybe, he thinks he can shoot himself out of the cold spell, but I don't think that's the case. Maybe somebody want to tell him to ease up off the threes.
Now, here's Simon. Again, Simon's missing. Celtics trail by 9. Brown outside. Pass to Vucevic. And here is Brown. Ivy defending. Floats one up. Brown with a little floater.
Well, Jaylen Brown is a prolific scorer. That time he gets it done with the floater.
3-pointer, Simon. Boston grabs the miss. Here's Gonzalez. Rebound by the Bulls. Smith's got 9 rebounds now tonight.
Boy, this guy has not had a great night, and it really has weighed the entire team down.
And Simons has it in the corner. A three-pointer is right on target. Simons has got the lead up to 10 now for the Bulls. And here's Brown. Vucevic with it. Shot from the wing. The rebound by Richards.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
Outside, Gonzalez. Pass to Vucevic. Brown against Ivy. Strong finish through the contact from Brown.
He was not about to be denied. Jaylen Brown just muscles that home.
Giddey against Gonzalez. Here's Richards. Beyond the arc. Doesn't get that one.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Brown! Cash money! Brown with the tray.
Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
And the timeout called here by Billy Donovan. And clearly an important juncture. He's going to have some choice words with his team.
Hey, Boston, let's get loud for Celtics Entertainment.
So for the Bulls, Buzelis is checked in for Nick Richards. Okoro comes in for Jaden Ivey. And Trey Jones subbed in for Anfernee Simons. Now, here's Okoro. He's covered by Brown. Here's Jones. 4 on the clock. Giddey fires. That one is off. Celtics trail by 7. White missed on the 3.
And that shot isn't the one they should be taking if they want to make this comeback happen.
Giddey, bucket.
A contested bucket, but Josh Giddey willing that one in the cup.
And here's Brown. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. White outside. Smith there for the rebound.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. To be out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
Jones outside. It's good.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
And as a result, they may be facing just a little bit less resistance right now. They are having their way.
Now here's Brown. And the layup is off.
And there's no doubt about this one. Playing with a lot of confidence tonight. It's a statement victory for the Bulls.
Their hard work on the glass paid off.
I tell you what, they're both excellent rebounding teams, and it was a tough battle underneath all game. And I think ultimately that earned the W.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And they will walk out of here feeling really good about themselves today, guys. A big win over a conference foe they'd split their previous 2 games with.
And a lot of players tonight helped contribute to this performance, but in particular, a real good game it was for Josh Giddey.
He was their catalyst tonight, the straw that stirs the proverbial drink.
Here's Brown. After Chicago picking up a basket just moments ago, he gets it to go.
Jaylen Brown has improved as a setup guy. That pass was on time and on target.
And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, Allie LaForce, and the rest of our terrific 2K crew, this is Kevin Harlan. Hope you enjoyed our broadcast. And as we leave you, let's take a look at our player of the game, Josh Giddey.